We're like, cool. Like, we haven't done a con in a long time. So when we were doing them, everyone was a Twilight mom, right? Like, everyone was looking at you like that. Like, they wanted to eat you. And so going there, and I'm all for the fans and how excited they are, but it was just a special one. It's been our favorite one. Has anyone done the Salt Lake City Fan X? Okay, you have? Isn't it amazing? Well, I mean, it's probably just as cool as this one. I haven't had time to walk around yet, but Fan X, Dan and everyone they do it so top tier. So I'm happy to be here. If you see me walking around, I usually shop for my kids. I always get them something. Right now, my son wants a crocodile, a green one, stuffed animal, and my daughter, she's into eagles now. So we got her a big one. We got her a little eaglet. I'm like, do you know what a baby eaglet or baby eagle's called? She's like, yes, Dad, eaglet. Anyway, she wants a medium zipper one. So if anyone sees those, please point me in the right direction later this week. Cool. What was that?
So keep your eyes out.
Was that a question, or did I just go on a tangent?
That was a little ADHD, but it's fine. ADHD's fun.
Yeah, what? Squirrel.
Where's the ball?
Oh, where's the ball? Oh, yeah.
But on the topic of food, there's a scene in the first movie where you are in the kitchen chopping. Do you help your wife cook?
Like at home?
Yeah.
So this is my wife. This is my family. So Mother's Day and Father's Day, we do these because I travel a lot. So I love bringing my kiddos with me and my wife. So there's my wife. That's my son, Kaysen, and my daughter, Ashton. She's 5. He's 3. My wife is a chef in the kitchen. She should have her own cooking show. Who's that cooking lady? She's like Italian.
There's a lot of them.
Which one?
Gia.
Yeah.
Giada.
How you say her name?
Giada.
Giada.
Something like that.
I always butcher her name, but she needs her own cooking show because she cooks amazing food. And she educated me. So I grew up with 5 brothers in the house, so 6 boys. We ate as fast as we could. I don't remember tasting food. I don't know anyone who has a lot of boys in their house. If you want to eat, you got to eat fast. So I did that when I got married and when I met Brittany, and she has a passion for cooking. She really loves to cook. And so it didn't really offend her, but I knew it bummed her out when I'd be done before she even started, right? Like, she'd put it all out there, and I don't know. Because food was fuel to me. And so she's like, hey, it'd really mean a lot. I put a lot of time into this for you to taste it. I'm like, it's like, what is tasting? I'd never really thought about tasting and savoring it. So I'm like, hey, can I help you in the kitchen? And can you educate me? Because I would love to cook. I would love to cook like she does. But it's like a science. She's really great with baking too. Like, she could put something in and, some women just know when it's time to take the thing out. But anyways, I love cooking with her. I love eating with her. Now that I know what's in the item, and she's been writing I got one of those custom recipe books that you can write the recipes in because I want to pass those down to our kids. But I taste the food now because I know what is in it, and I help make it. So, yes.
There's a whole bunch of media cookbooks nowadays where it's like a spoof of a show or a movie. What recipe, if there was a Twilight spoof cookbook, would represent Emmett best?
Oh. So this is kind of like a dad joke, but I was going to say Béarnaise, like bolognese. Béarnaise. I bet Emmett went and got the bear, cut it up, served it as Italian, and said, bon appetit, Bella.
That's going to be like bear steaks.
Bear steak. Oh, that's better. Yeah.
No, but yours is a better pun, so that's more creative. I
was thinking
that.
Italian,
Yeah, I appreciate the pun. We do have some people lined up, so we'll go have our first person head up for the question. Hi, what's your name and your question?
My name's Kaylee, and if Edward wasn't your sibling in this show, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
If he wasn't my sibling?
In the show, yeah.
So, I'm Team Jacob through and through because you see this little daughter of mine.
Yep.
I would want a boy to treat her like Jacob does. You know, just like really. I'd be pissed off and I'd have words with Edward.
Fair.
So yeah, good question.
Thank you.
What about you? Like, how old are you? 16. So, are your parents here? No. Okay. Are you dating at all? Okay. Right answer. Right answer. Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you ever started dating when you're way older, wait, who would you like? Take the character names out, but like, and do you understand Edward's love for Bella?
Kinda.
But like the reason like he didn't want to, you know, he's very confusing, very
He is very
tormenting.
confusing, but
What kind of guy would you want? Like,
I'd want Edward.
you what?
Yeah,
You'd want Edward?
I'd want Edward.
No, not Emmett. All right.
No.
There's a trick question there. I'm the fun-loving protector, but no. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What relationship advice would Emmett give to young couples?
I mean, love is like what Emmett would do. Emmett is so grateful for Rosalie, and I think just being grateful for the present that you have. I think even though he doesn't breathe a fresh breath of air, I think he's just forever grateful to be alive and to have like, you know, life's been like this for me and my family and my wife's family. Currently, there's some health issues with my wife's family, and it really does take you to stop and breathe and to appreciate what you have. And even, I mean, I'm 41 now. I feel 30, so feel young, feel young, stay young up here and at heart, but you don't realize how like, I mean, I met a couple people who can't walk, and it's like, I love to walk now. I didn't love running growing up. Now I love running because I can still run, you know, and it's something really special to have our bodies that we have and to take care of it, and then also be around the loved ones that we have and tell people you love them. Give them hugs. I'm a big hugger. If you haven't come to my table, come get a bear hug. I'm a big hugger. So hug people, love people, and yeah, be present. Put the phones down and be present. Right, Pamela? Yeah. All right. Here's $20 there. Thank you.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
My name's Kennedy, and my question is, in your personal opinion, do you think it was smart for Edward to get romantically involved with Bella?
No. Next question. No, look, I love, obviously, because, you know, even Kellan in life, but even like Emmett and Rosalie, but he was forever grateful to Rosalie for what she did. But yeah, my bro's just weird, right? He does stuff weird, so I don't. Have you read Midnight Sun?
No.
Okay, you should read that. You'll learn.
Go read that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You just got to meet one of your favorite authors, Jack Carr. What was that
Oh
like?
my gosh, Jack Carr. Who's a Jack Carr fan? Yes,
people.
Terminalist. The fourth option, his new book. He's a stud. He's written a bunch of amazing books. I love that sort of genre. Thriller, action. It's really cool. So yeah, I started the book. It's so hard. I used to be such a reader, and then you have kids, and then you don't have as much time. And then I'd be big time on Audible. So I love Audible, but even then I don't have a lot of time. So it takes takes a long time. I used to fly through books, and now I miss that. But what's even cooler is I get to read books to my kids, and that's super fun. They go so fast. They're growing up so fast.
What's your kid's favorite book?
Oh my gosh, it's this big thick book of animal jaws and teeth, and so we just go through like the different. It's like a encyclopedia of animal teeth.
So it's learning.
Oh yeah, but then
Love
we
that.
just make up our own stories, and so it's they're so. I miss being like. It just blows my mind, a child's mind. Like it's so creative and so free, and so fun, and their character, they're just their personalities are amazing. It's really, it's special. I love being able to like soak them up and be present with them being kids still. So.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, my name is Morgan. I was wondering if Emmett had a theme song, what song would it be?
Oh. Sorry, don't sue me. Oh. Nice. All right, what was the song? Or what was the question?
Theme song.
If Emmett had a theme song, what song would it be?
So I just saw He-Man and like, I got the power, like that one. Who sings that? Is it? No spoiler? You know how He-Man gets what he says, right? I have the power. Anyways, but I love He-Man. I love Masters of the Universe. Highly recommend seeing the movie. Nicholas did a great job. Everyone did a great job. It was paid so much homage to like the old school cartoon, and yeah, Camilla, Idris, everyone did such a great job. Cringer was cute, but yeah, that would be mine.
I think I saw online that you were in the running for He-Man. Was that true?
I mean, it went through so many different. I was in talks at one point in time, and I would have loved to have done it, but Nicholas did a great job.
Well, and you got to be Emmett, and the guy who was almost Emmett, according to the internet, was Tyler Hoechlin, and he's here. Have you guys talked about what almost was?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know he was almost Emmett. Well,
At least that's what IMDb.
yeah, I'm getting dinner with Tyler. Love Tyler. He's salt of the earth, amazing human being. We're gonna get dinner tomorrow night, which is fun doing these cons because you get to see people who, post COVID, everyone left LA or they went other places. Some stayed there. So when you come to these conventions, you're like, oh man, it's been years since I saw you. Let's go grab a meal and catch up. So I'll ask him about that. Funny enough, Emmett was already cast before I had the opportunity to be Emmett. So they actually had an actor, and I'm curious if Tyler knows this.
According to IMDb, it was supposed to be Tyler, and then he didn't take it to go play baseball.
Oh wow! Whoa, go.
I'll ask him on Sunday.
He
So
does
if you come
love
to the Teen
baseball.
Wolf panel, we'll talk about that then too.
Yeah, and then so the actor who they did have, he wasn't the right size. He was trying to put on the weight, I guess, and just wasn't tall or Emmett stature. So Stephanie wanted to recast, and I was lucky enough to be a big guy at that time.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, my name is Emily. My question is if you could have played a different character in the Twilight Saga, which character would it be and why?
I mean, are you going back to when I started, when I was 23, or like now? Now I'd love to play Dr. Carlisle. That'd be great. I'd love to get Peter's pass the baton, Dad. It's great. So Ashley, Jackson, Peter, myself, Nikki, we're on a group thread, text messaging called Family. So it's really cute. We go on vacation together. We all have kids, and so it's fun that we still keep up with the connection. And then looking back, I really love Charlie too. I don't think I could act like he did, right? He's so good at playing Charlie. But yeah, thank you.
It's interesting, like, watching it now as an adult and how a lot of millennials are like, oh, we were wrong. It was Charlie and Carlisle the whole time. We should have been paying way more attention to them instead of the boys.
Yep.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, my name's Farron, and I was wondering during the cooking scene where Edward brings Bella to the house for the first time, did you actually cook some of the food, or was it just sitting there?
Did we cook some of when we were doing Italian and Nikki broke the bowl? Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we were cooking. It's funny, like, acting for me, people are like, oh, why'd you wave the knife? I'm like, her name, when I was greeting Bella. When you're acting, you try not to feel like you're acting. You just feel like you're doing something in real life. So you're cutting tomatoes, you're cutting cucumbers, you're tossing the salad. And so you just react. And it was funny. I'm like, I don't know why I did that, but it was just in my hands. So I did that. But yeah, we cooked food. It was great. I ate a lot of it.
Food. Was that food good?
Yeah, it was all fresh, cucumbers and, salad and tomatoes.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, my name is Piper, and I was wondering, during your time while acting for Twilight, what would you say was your most embarrassing moment you had?
Most embarrassing. Well, so yes, I read the books, but I thought I was the new guy on set. I thought they were punking me that we didn't have fangs, and so I'm like, yeah, I was excited to. I love Blade, so Wesley Snipes' Blade. I was like, that's a vampire. I was like, oh, I get to play a vampire. At least I get fangs, and there's a book adaptation. And then I just think, okay, if there's things that could make it cooler, you do those things, right? Have us fly, have us bite people. Why not? But no, that wasn't the case. So we go to set, and I swear I thought they were punking me with that we didn't have fangs at all. So that was embarrassing for me. And then I couldn't get the contacts in my eyes. I got small eyes. And Peter and Jackson had to hold me down. And it doesn't who wears contacts in here? Okay, it doesn't make sense that you're supposed to breathe in and look off. I thought they were punking me there too. I'm like, and that's why I love YouTube, because you can check it out. But they're like, okay, now breathe. And because I guess if you're breathing out, then it can lift the contact or something. So they're like, breathe in and then look away. I'm like, how does that? But it worked. It worked. So.
I mean, to be fair, I would assume Jackson was punking you too. He's a total crack up.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's why I thought I was being punked.
Can't trust
like new guy on campus.
Yeah. Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hello, I'm Abby, and just last year we watched the other Twilight panel, and they were talking about your group chat, and they're always saying that you're saying hilarious stuff. So we were just kind of curious about what you say in your group chat.
So I mean, it's gotten really easy now because there's a lot of memes out there, and then AI is just making really funny things of Twilight, and there's cartoons of Eggward and Emmett and hanging out. And then what's great now is that we are all dads, and we have an ongoing dad joke thing, because now my daughter's telling dad jokes. And so so one of the jokes that my daughter said that then I put on there was, why do ducks have feathers?
Why?
To hide their butt quacks. Hey, thank you. That was really great. So yeah, that's kind of stuff. But Peter's like a doomsday scroller where he just scrolls. So he'll be like, all right, guys, going to bed. We'll be at these conventions. All right, guys, going to bed. It's 10 o'clock. We go. We think we're all shutting down. We don't have to worry about putting our phones on silent. Jing, 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 jing. Silent. Till 3 a.m. I'm like, Peter, did you get much sleep? He's like, no, I couldn't. I kept scrolling. So he's a fiend with the endless scroll.
I just saw a TikTok the other day that was AI'd of Twilight as K-pop boy banders.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. It was like the ending fairies of
Dancing one?
No, it wasn't them dancing. It was just the ending fairies where they're staring into the camera and breathing and just it was so funny. They're great. There's some interesting memes out there for Twilight for sure. Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm just curious the story behind the bag of hard-boiled eggs that Emmett is carrying in the cafeteria scene.
What eggs?
The hard-boiled eggs.
There's just this bag of
No, there's not that. No. So the whole story with that is that was just me, Kellan, thinking, hey, Emmett's a jock at this high school. I was a jock in high school. I played football. I ate a lot of eggs, and I'd bring it because I read in Men's Health that you need protein, and our metabolism's burning, so I'm doing protein shakes and eggs every day pretty much. So I told Catherine, because in that cafeteria scene, we're supposed to look like humans, right? Even though we don't, we just sit there and it looks so awkward. But Jackson put one little carrot in front of Rob. I think one of the girls, maybe Ashley, had like a hot dog without a bun. There was celery. It all looked, and then Edward had an apple, right, or something. And I'm like, Emmett would have eggs. And the great thing about Catherine, she's like, tell me why. Like she's not like no. I'm like, well, Emmett's a jock, and you know, and I just needed an excuse to keep on eating because I wanted to keep on gaining the weight for Emmett. So she's like, oh, I love it, cool. The thing is, because the eggs were so a part of Kellan's diet, when we're shooting the wide shot of all of us, I'd be so in the moment, I'd be eating the eggs in the scene. She's like, cut, Kellan, huh? You can't eat, huh? You know, so that's the egg gag there.
I mean, it's probably smart to eat a little bit so that they don't start smelling after several hours of shooting.
I smelt terribly. I had so much protein and eggs. Thank God they're hard boiled though. So, you know.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
My name is Deatra, and I was wondering who you think the better father figure is, Charlie or Carlisle?
Carlisle, for sure. Charlie's funny. I just see a lot of Charlie and a lot of like the fathers of my generation where they just didn't have the emotional intelligence, I guess, to like be there. He's really easygoing and really, you know, he's good at his job, but he's just awkward, you know, and so, yeah. I think Carlisle, he has 350 years on him, so.
Which of those two do you think your parenting style is more like?
Definitely Carlisle. Like, I love getting down. When you have kids, you kind of get a chance to redo what you wish you had, you know, from your parents in a way. And so my parents separated. Divorce sucks, guys. It's not. I remember someone told me, like, being married is better than not being married. I was like, oh, wow. And I took that as, like, yeah, being married is better than, like, not getting married initially. But he's like, no, it's being, like, figuring out how to make things work, figuring out how to co-regulate with your spouse and to see them and to be there with them and just communicate. It's so much better than divorce. I was like, oh, yeah, because divorce just sucks. It's hard. It was hard for me and my brother, and then they married and loved my stepdad, but, you know, that had stepbrothers and then half-brothers, and it's hard. Divorce is hard. So what was the question?
Which parent?
Which
are
parent?
You more
Yeah.
like parenting
So what
style
I've
or
learned is
Carlisle?
like to really be present, really hug my kids, kiss my kids, tell them I love them, put my phone down, be intentional with them. Because I didn't have that growing up from my dad or even my stepdad. And then my mom had 6 boys that she took care of. And then, so I was just really alone growing up. And so I never want my kids to feel that. And I think I probably do it, I spoil them too much. But it's kind of a father's love in a way. It's funny because I do these cons and now they always expect gifts. So whereas I was the gift, my wife's like, Kellan, you gotta not get them presents. I'm like, what? But I get it because now like the kids will be like, Daddy, where's my present? I'm like, I'm your present. No, but where's the present? So, anyways.
But you moved away from Hollywood back to Tennessee so your kids could be close to family. So what was that sacrifice like for you to kind of pull yourself away from where you'd built your career in order to give your kids a better life?
Yeah, I miss Cali. I grew up in Arizona. When I started acting, moved to Cali, moved to Los Angeles, and then Hollywood, and then that takes you different places when you do movies. And then we landed in Orange County, where my wife's born and raised. So those are her stomping grounds. And we moved to Tennessee because all of her family, and usually, like, for any dudes out there, usually your wife will want to move where her mom is when they have kids, just to have that support system. And I understand that. What happened was we were in California. Everyone had left to Tennessee. And one of my kids got sick. I was away doing a movie. And my wife didn't know. She felt helpless because she didn't have a support system there. So that's the whole reason why we left. And then we're here. It's hard in Tennessee. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's really cold sometimes. It's really hot sometimes. There's tornadoes. There's mosquitoes. So definitely miss the beach. But our kids, like the peace of mind, having our kids. Like I don't worry about my kids playing in the front yard, like someone snatching them or anything like that. I don't worry about billboards and them being exposed to anything too young. And so in the community, the people, everyone's really great. So it's interesting being a dad because you sort of, it's just this transition that happens that you like die to yourself when you get married and you start living for your spouse, and then you die to yourself again when you have kids and you do whatever's best for your kids. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, I'm Lydia. My question is, you said that you read the books, right, for all the Twilight books? Yeah.
Emmett.
I was curious if there was a scene that you remember, and it's okay if you don't, but a scene that you remembered that, like, man, that would have been really cool to film or really cool to incorporate that didn't get cut into the movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's the excerpt that Stephanie wrote called Emmett and the Bear. So
yeah.
I think she put it in the Facebook pages and stuff. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, everyone else had backstories, I felt like. So it would have been really cool to... And I think there's someone on Instagram, I forgot the Instagram name, but they're raising money to film that scene, actually.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. So support that.
Yeah, thank you.
I read online that you almost didn't do Breaking Dawn. Is that true? You almost left because it was... I forget what the reasoning was, but I read an article where you said something along the lines of, I almost didn't do Breaking Dawn and had to, like, be convinced to come back. Is that true?
I don't think so. I mean, I definitely... Well, so when you... It's more the business side of things, right? We had a contract for 3 movies, and so we did 3 movies, and that 4th book was written, so there was no contract then. So after Twilight being the success that it was, you're like, great, I get, because the initial contracts weren't anything special. You're like, okay, this is great. This is time for us to make a little extra money. It'd be nice. And so, but it was one of those things where, like, I kind of, like, so a few of us, like, Cullens banded together to be like, hey. And that's where I was like, I was willing to be like, look, if you guys all want to walk away, I'm down to walk away. Like, it's not... But I'm glad we did it. I'm glad we got to do it.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
My name's Elena, and my question is, during the Breaking Dawn Part 2, what was the most exciting or fun scene to film?
Oh, the arm wrestling scene. Was that the first one? That was Breaking Dawn Part 1, I think. Right? Or no, was it 2? It was 2? Yeah, so that one then. Yeah. When I read the books and I see something that would be iconic for my character that I get excited to do, some series you don't get to do all the books, The fandom dies down, so there's not a 3rd movie or a 4th movie. So being able, when we were greenlit to do Breaking Dawn, I'm like, Emmett gets a scene! Like, he gets a scene! And as an actor, you try and make do with what you have. Emmett has a lot of one-liners, or a lot of times he's just in the deep background. But with that, you're still present. And that's another thing about acting. You still want to help out your other co-stars. So if it's throwing a look, if it's saying your line funny, or moving something to get a reaction out of people, you still want to be in the scene, no matter what. So I was very much looking forward to that one.
I did want to ask about in the first movie, Emmett standing in the Jeep while it's riding or driving around, which is in the books, and it's so fun. My husband...
It's in the books?
I think he's perched in the back of the vehicle.
Yeah, okay.
But my husband's always like, see, Emmett gets to do it, why can't I?
So why can't he? Why that?
Because it's safety hazard.
What?
I'd like him to stay alive, you know? But when you're shooting
Oh,
that scene, did
like
you have
does he
safety?
want to do it while he's driving? Like,
Yeah. Like, yeah, because when they're pulling up to school, Emmett's like perched up there, like keeping watch.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about filming that aspect of it, like getting to ride standing up in these Jeeps and vehicles to keep watch.
I'm a farm boy at heart. We have a farm in Iowa, Des Moines, and I just would do everything a kid wants to do there. That's why I'm kind of grateful that my kids get to live on some land. And I mean, my kids are young, and I'm letting them drive the car. I mean, it's, you know, I'm sitting there with them, but it's fun. It's fun to do that because I used to do that. My grandpa used to let me drive the tractors, and we'd go play hide and seek through the cornfields. And I used to water our hogs. We had big heifers. We had like 1-ton heifers, big pigs. And what I love to do, sorry this is going on a tangent, but I used to water the pigs. And so I would just take a hose for like 4 hours, just fill up the pig slough, and they would shake the mud on me. But I loved it. I would just water the pigs. And so I'm looking forward to doing some outdoor things, and we're doing that. But being able to, it just felt like me, you know, riding on the Jeep like that, riding on the back of the truck like that. I do not know where the idea of me wearing the hat sideways came from. But for some reason, I went through some of my previous acting jobs. Stick It, I had it sideways also. Maybe Accepted. There's another movie. The Comeback. Anyone see The Comeback with Lisa Kudrow? It's a great show. If you haven't, highly recommend. But I had it sideways there. You know when something seems cool to you and it's really not cool? Like my wife's like, no. I try and do that around the house. She's like, no. I got a fedora the other time. We did a France con, like a convention. Is a fedora like the
Beret?
Oh. Or is that the taxi cab?
Cool hat.
Okay. Well, anyways, I think I look really cool in those hats and then these hats, and my wife's not a fan of them. So it's funny, like the things you think, but yet I'd rather have my wife be turned on by me, so I'll wear or not wear whatever at my expense. So.
Wives win.
They do.
Hi, what's your name and your question?
Hi, my name's Debbie. First, it's just wonderful to hear your character and how much you love your family, and you're a family man and down to earth. That's just refreshing and really nice to hear.
Thank you.
My question on another note is, did you get to take anything or anything that you wish you would have taken off the set?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had like cool stuff to take. I tried to take my Jeep. They weren't fans of that, and then Ashley got she got the Porsche. I know, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, give me this 35K Jeep to drive around. I needed a car back then. But yeah, it's like people always. I wish I journaled more. I wish I had the cast sign the script. It's like things you don't know that would. Not because it'd be like super valuable, but it'd be super meaningful. Like I still have bins of Twilight stuff, and it's, you know, people say, oh, you know, it's this crazy ride. Well, it became this crazy ride. We were all 23 and younger, and you don't know, like it catapults you into this like unique life that it's hard to be present in it, and so that's why I wish I was able to capture it. I wish I took more photos.
Memories, yeah.
Yeah, but like our jewelry, my wristband, Hot Topic made a way better one. Anyways, so it just nothing was really, and then the contacts I hated. Yeah, there was nothing. Or we'd be on set, like in the garage. It's like, oh, this is a really cool garage, right? I was like, those tools would be cool, but yeah, nothing.
I'd let you.
Nothing in particular.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you could have any of the Cullen cars, which one would you pick?
I don't even know what cars they are. I mean, Bella's truck is pretty cool. I mean, I am an oldie guy, I like that. But I mean, a Jeep, I'd take my Jeep.
There was a lot of conversation about when the movie first came out and like the Edward's car had a hatchback. Everyone was like, "That's not in the book." Yeah. Did anybody else have another question? We might have time for one more if anybody has. Yeah, you want to step up to the mic?
All the controversy with the original was supposed to be fairies, is why they had the sparkles. Are you glad you were a vampire and not a fairy?
I think I'd make a mean fairy. And I think fairies would have wings, most likely, right? And then I'd get to fly. So I feel like and I'd even get to sparkle. I didn't get to
Would you be able to play baseball?
What?
Would you be able to play baseball?
Of course. I'm an athlete. No, and I wish we played baseball in every movie. I think that could have been a great closing for every movie, or at least Breaking Dawn, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the whole story of While We Sparkle, Stephanie originally had all of us as fairies, and then she switched it to vampires and kept the sparkles. So that's a little information for you guys.
But would you have fangs as a fairy?
I didn't have fangs as a vampire, so
So improvement.
So I had the worst of both situations.
I did see an article where you talked about your FBI Most Wanted character as Emmett with a gun.
Yes.
So how have you carried Emmett and his personality through your acting career since?
I mean, when you work on a character so much and he's just so ingrained in you, a lot of times you do, like I worked on a movie called SFE1, Cy Lombrock, a science fiction movie, and it was one of the hardest roles I've done because he was such a hopeless character, and Kellan usually is like such a man of faithfulness, like everything's gonna work out, and like I have hope even in the darkest of times that, you know, there will be hope, and I keep that faith. It's one of my superpowers, I feel like, in my family. But to play Cy, I felt so out of character to not have any hope. It was really weird, but I needed to for the character because that's what the character felt. And so it's interesting when you're acting because your body remembers. So as you create these roles, they still live in you a little bit, unless you really shed them. And you always want to like anchor yourself into reality. But with Emmett, he was such a fun-loving character that I was like, I'm proud that he's still in here. And he's a lot of who I was growing up anyways. So I was, you know, big brother, protector, took life, you know, just like as such a glass half full mentality. And so, yeah, just really, I like bringing, and then when Crosby came around for FBI Most Wanted, which is one of the most amazing experiences of my career, working with Dick Wolf and Julian McMahon and playing that character. I named my character Kenny from my grandfather. That's his name. And yeah, so I was like, Emmett always ate, so I had Crosby always eating the scenes. And yeah, just the whole mentality of Crosby was very Emmett-like.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Go make sure you go meet Emmett. Meet Kellan. Too much talking about Emmett. Go meet Kellan over at the booths. Get your autographs. Get your photos. But thanks so much for hanging out with us
Your
today.
bear hugs, yeah.